Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing on this great Monday night, Monday, April 22nd, 2024? All right. How is everyone doing? I was just working, I was working on cleaning up some of my company's, expenses, etc., on FreshBooks, uh, which is what we use for, for accounting, sort of, you know, to generate, what do you call the proposals and invoicing and all that, right? And my wife obviously helps me generating invoices and et cetera, right? In any case, without getting too much into that detail, uh, I had some people over Saturday. Oh my God, I have something on my tongue, sort of a blister or some shit, And so Saturday, it was nice, some people came over. There was a newlywed couple I had actually invited, and that was the whole purpose. And my sister and my brother-in-law, they also came. We actually went to play golf at Hyatt golf course in Clark here, New Jersey. Nice weather, perfect day for golf. Although it got a little windy towards like sixth or seventh hole, And then I sucked, sort of like, I got really bad, like that fucking eighth hole, which is a nice sort of wide, kind of like fairway and all that. And I sucked. Mhm. In any case, so overall, it was nice. Then I came home, and they came with me, and I cooked some chicken, like stew, And obviously, my sister, she's great. She helped me, and my brother-in-law, he actually made like a Greek salad. He spent like a whole fucking hour to make that salad. It was really good. All right, anyone. So, not anyone, but everyone. And so I had some family friends over, and my other friend here from Jersey City, also he passed by. So weather still sucks. After that, and then it got really like fucking cold. Today I woke up late, obviously, right? Mondays are always like that for me, because and I was thinking and I was talking to my wife, and I obviously, I missed her. We all missed her. For Saturday, I wish she were here and she would help me. And my sister did help me cleaning up after, and and I still have those dishes sitting in the sink, Oh my fucking God, the pets are plates. No, it's pots and pans, and I also made like steak, sort of like sizzling steak. That really came out really good. Huh? I didn't marinate anything, or not, and just like salt, a little bit of pepper. Angus steak. Yeah, the meals were good. Um, Now I'm back to the drawing board. I was just working, and then I still have those leftovers from Saturday. That's what I was having, and then I realized, this whole fucking week, last week, I mean, I'm trying to like get my breakfast from the bagel shop, right? The Wonder Bagels. And I go there a couple of times, right? And then I realize, holy fucking shit, they have basically they have changed it to something else. It doesn't say Wonder Bagel. They used to have that, what do you call the blue overhang with, with your signs, Wonder Bagel. And then I fucking realized it wasn't there. They had changed the name and even, they had painted it with different something. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I realized that they were making a fucking movie on that street, right, Jersey Avenue. And and so they are making a movie about Bob Dylan, the famous American singer. I think he's still alive. Right? So that's why I saw all those fucking cars from the 50s and the 60s. Like, okay, Bob Dylan apparently was, at some point in time in New York City. Obviously, they're not doing it in New York City because New York City is too expensive, right, to make movies. But then why are you screwing us with your fucking movies when we are just trying to get our breakfast, right? And, first world problems, and, and I went there today, but they still have that sign. I think the movie was still going on today. They were still shooting it. But I'm going there, and then the guy who actually kind of like the older Middle Eastern guy, right? Our Jewish guy, who is one of the servers there, right? Yeah, welcome back, welcome back. I'm like, oh my God, you guys, what happened to you guys? Right? Oh, the movie, they will make the movie over here. They will make a movie. You know what? Why don't they fucking make it in New York? That's where Bob Dylan was, right? But in any case, so um, it's open. It's back open. You know, I basically do my breakfast, like 3 times a week here at home. I'll make some eggs, egg whites mostly, and then potatoes, obviously, right? And then I'll just like heat up some bread, and then I'll just put that in one of those, like, what do you call the zipper bags, right? And then I'll take that to my office, and then I'll have that while I am working, turning on the office computer, and then basically listening to some radio, right? And then twice I go to bagel shop, and so that's my routine. That's like my ritual, That's it. I went to the other bagel shop, right, over the weekend. My wife was on the phone with me, the Wonder Bagel, right? But that one is really not that good. Maybe I got there late, around like noon. But this one on Jersey Avenue, right? That's the best one. You know. So how's everyone? Huh? I was listening to who I was listening to. Joe Rogan, and they were talking about it's an old show, the UFOs, whether they're real. Am I repeating myself? I'm sorry. I'm just dancing around, with my hands. But this whole concept of the UFOs, I think I beat this topic to death many times on my podcast, right? It's kind of mute. This topic is kind of sort of mute. You know why? Because I'm losing my fucking hair, huh? Well, sir, whether UFOs or not, you're gonna lose all your hair. I mean, you already lost your hair. But this whole concept of, okay, so if there is another, you know, tenant in the building, which is our planet, if somebody else is here besides us humans and our animal kingdom, our plant kingdom, right? That's where we come from, right? Eventually, we became the ultimate for now. you know, the most conscious, species. Now, if there's somebody else in here besides us, the very question, very simple question is who the fuck they are, right? And why we can't see them? Why don't they expose themselves, right, to us? And the second question is that just like fucking creation of our mind? Well, okay. Let's not talk about the creation of our mind first, all right? First, let's talk about who they are, right? Second, where the fuck do they come from if they're not from here, right? And my logical answer to both of those questions is there's nobody else here, sir. Man, you're just fucking hallucinating or you're just seeing something on the fucking internet, YouTube, Instagram, you name it, right? It's nothing. If there was some other species who had come to this fucking planet with their machinery, right? Whatever, UFOs, right? We would have known. Especially these days with everything is exposed, right? Even if you drop a fucking pin somewhere in public, right? Yeah, it goes on the fucking internet. All right. Means that you are on fucking YouTube. Somebody, took a video of you. Oh, look at this guy. He dropped a pin on the fucking sidewalk, right? So it's impossible that, especially the government wouldn't know, right? The US government, military, DARPA, whatever, you name it, right? And if they had known it, somebody would have exposed it, like Snowden 2.0, right? So I don't think, to my understanding and information, I don't think there's anybody else here. Now the question is, are we hallucinating? Is that just a creation of our fucking mind? Right? I haven't seen any like metaphysical phenomena. I haven't experienced anything. Nada, 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 nada. Individually speaking, I haven't seen any fucking creatures from another fucking planet. All right. Even my own fucking mind, I have not seen. Right. My mind has even created something that would look to me abnormal or paranormal. uh, Too much fucking fiction. Too many fictional movies, right? Science fiction, and that's what it is. It's not even science fiction. It's just like conspiracy fucking theories, right? Oh, we go, there was Area 51, and they had flying saucers there. No, they didn't. All right, just for the sake of keeping up with the technology, military technology with fucking Soviet Union at that time, right? Yeah, this was fucking Cold War. Okay, I think we were experimenting with a lot of like flying technology and this and that, right? Stealth and all that, right? That's what it was. There was no fucking other element from another fucking planet or asteroid that was brought here by some fucking alien, right? I don't think so. So, as much entertaining this sounds, is this whole point is a mute, all right? It's a mute point. I'm not gonna believe, in any fucking conspiracy theory, I'm not gonna believe in people saying, "Oh, you know what? Look, oh, you don't want to believe? Look at this fucking video on YouTube. Oh. Okay, well, listen. Anybody can put anything up on fucking YouTube. I'm not gonna believe that. All right? Because especially these days, it's like fucking AI and people generate shit, you know, fictitious, you know. And you want me to believe that there are aliens here hiding from us in some fucking, cloaking devices around their ships? I don't think so. Although sometimes I fall into that fucking black hole, right? Maybe that's true. But it's not. There's no such thing as, you know, people coming here through warp drives and fucking, warping the fucking space and time, right? Now, there's a possibility. There's one possibility that, people who are like psychonauts, people who take psychedelics and all that, right? For the purpose of actually getting into those fucking dimensions, maybe they see something in those fucking dimensions. But then again, I think those are created by our minds, our brain's chemistry while a high on whatever psychedelic you are high on, right? Mushrooms or LSD or whatever the fuck it is, right? So that are people who do a lot of yoga and people who actually just like abandon everything, not abandon, but what's that fucking word? People who relinquish their powers. No, they just, the worldly activities, they keep it minimal and then they basically get into some sort of a spiritual realm, right? Or other dimensional, whatever it is, right? Just to figure out, I don't know why, just to figure out what the fuck is this all about, right? Or maybe for their own enlightenment, right? Maybe, they see something and realize that, oh, wait a minute, there's these fucking other dimensions. Yeah, I mean, in that sense, I can agree that, yeah, when you are on a powerful psychedelic, you see shit that your brain or your mind would otherwise not be able to see. Now, what the fuck are those? Right? There have been legal, experiments done by scientists and doctors, right? And they're trying to figure out what the fuck is this whole phenomenon, right? Now that may be another realm, just like this reality we are in, right? And then what the fuck is that other reality? Maybe that's another dimensional, with its own set of laws and blah blah blah, right? Where laws of physics in three-dimensional space that we have here, they don't apply there, right? There's a possibility. So, am I contradicting myself? Hopefully not. Okay. Because that's totally different than saying, oh, you know what? Oh, we got these fucking aliens, coming down, through warp drives, and all of a sudden they just appear. Remember like in fucking Star Trek, right? You beam them up, you beam them down, right? All of a sudden you are basically next to somebody that wasn't there like 1 minute ago, right? But that's all fucking science fiction. That's also fucking science fiction. So then, are we at our own? Yes, we are at our own. You know, we're discovering what the whole this whole thing is. We now know, obviously, for a long time, at least a couple of hundred years, right? that we are on a rock that actually revolves around another rock that basically blows out lava and light and molten whatever the fuck it is, right? And it's all work of gravity, right? So am I repeating myself? Am I stating the fucking obvious? Maybe I am. But that obvious, right? That obvious is what keeps us alive. Our day-to-day activities, we have to basically eat, we have to walk, we have to work, we have to sleep, we have to watch fucking movies, right? Speaking of which, what am I watching these days? Nothing really. A couple of movies I told you guys, right? Civil War, American Civil War. Is that out yet? And then there's another movie on Bob Dylan, by the way. Not Bob Dylan, sir. Oh, Bob Marley. Bob Marley. Remember? No woman, no cry. What were the other songs that he had? Bob Marley. Great fucking musician, reggae. He was like the ultimate fucking, weed smoker, right? Because if I like, he was like a psychonaut in that sense, right? Weed psychonaut. Like if I smoke weed, then I go so fucking paranoid, right? I become so paranoid, and that's why I don't. Mm, I'm sorry, I just changed the subject. But the Bob Marley movie, right? What is it called? I think it's out. I might actually watch that tonight. Who knows, right? And then I finished that old show, The Person of Interest. That was an interesting. And then I also finished Fallout, the science fiction, right? Show on Amazon Prime. So literally, there's nothing else to fucking watch, you know? And, I'm here alone waiting for my wife to appear here, right? And I sent another email to my lawyer today. Hey, can you please expedite this? Because she told me maybe we can expedite her interview, right? And I fucking hate these lawyers, to be honest with you. You know, unless I'm sending an angry email, right? She won't reply to me. What kind of a fucking, you know, way of dealing with clients? Like, if I don't reply to one of my clients, right? They're building a restaurant or they're building, they're renovating their apartment or building a building. And then, they hired me to do the blueprints or design or whatever the fuck it is, right? Design of the plumbing systems or the buildings, air conditioning system or whatever solar, but you name it. I'm just telling you, what my company does, right? But then all of a sudden, if I disappear for like a couple months, and they're sending me emails, hey man, we need to get this done. Please, can you give me an answer? How can we get these fucking blueprints approved or whatever? We are dealing with this and it's taking fucking so long with the city, right? City government, right? So I can't do that. I cannot do that because then they can fucking file a complaint, right, with the fucking state, and I can lose my fucking license. All right. I mean, they won't do that, but it's just so easy, And then the fucking, the whole fucking rigmarole of fucking, dealing with, you know, depression and everything after, right? Even the fucking COVID has made me so like, um, with the I think I get the PTSD, fucking, especially, if you're alone, living alone, which is what my case is even now, although I'm married, but It was just so fucking tough. Like, if just imagine you can't, like, there's no human connection. Okay, that's why in these countries they have departments of loneliness. That's a real thing, kids. Hmm? You should be glad that you're not living alone, and at least you have some fucking human connection. Yeah, you can say that sometimes. It's you better off living alone or just with your significant other. You don't need other any fucking. Yeah, but we are social animals, all right? And if you don't have any fucking human connection with other people through whatever means, whether through your family or friends, you'll go fucking nuts. You know, it's like this is like the reality that people actually shy away. I mean, especially for us guys in a country like America. In Northeast is even fucking worse because we are just sort of like dragging our life. Well, I'm not dragging my life. Oh, people they're like people who are on the outside who think that we are enjoying our lives and we are partying and we are doing. Yeah, we got everything. We got the fucking internet, fast internet. We got you know, but what's missing here is just the human connection. Especially after COVID, it has become so fucking difficult. You know, I'm glad that actually I have become more social. Before COVID, basically, I was like a cog in the real wheel. A real cog in the wheel, sir. What does that mean? Cog in the real wheel? Is there like an unreal wheel? So my point is that you know there are a lot of people, especially guys, and then when you become older and then you don't have anybody, right? Uh, and you just become like fucking, it just becomes a routine. And well, okay, so if you are above 60, right? If you're above 60, then I mean, when I turned fucking 60, right? After that, I wouldn't give a fuck. You know, hopefully, me and my wife will be still together. And I'll just take it easy. I'll still be working. Uh, I'll still be working, obviously, because I have a lot of fucking bills to pay. I was actually looking at all the fucking expenses when I was working on my company's, cleanup of the fucking, accounting. And I realized so many fucking expenses I have just a single person. I'm not having a single person, but like, being a small business, I still have so many fucking, I had to pay my expenses. I had to pay my rent, right? Office rent, which actually we are downgrading, which is good. They built the desks. I looked at them today on the second floor, right? Which is good. So at least I'm cutting down half on the rent. All right, office rent. But then I still have to pay the fucking, my IT guy. I had to pay my IT consultants, right? Accountant, because I don't want to fucking file my taxes. My especially my company taxes, because I don't want fucking IRS to come after my company. And then, all the other expenses, obviously wages, that with my payroll, my engineer's payroll, right? And then, their expenses when I send them to construction sites, right? This fucking toll alone in fucking New York City. It's unbelievable. And I'm hearing about this fucking congestion pricing, right? That I'm like, what the fuck? It's not cheap. It's not fucking cheap here. That's all I'm trying to say, all right? And And which is fine. This is what I've been doing for the last fucking 10 years, right? At least. And I'm fine with that. I come home, especially weekdays, right? I come home and then I just prepare a meal, or if I have leftovers, then I'll just have a couple of beers, and then I just get on the fucking computer again. I'm not boasting, to say that, oh, you know what, I'm a workaholic. But I have to work because if I don't, then I don't get paid. Am I stating the obvious again? Maybe I am. What the fuck I was talking about? Then this whole discussion went into some other. Oh, so I was talking about the Department of Loneliness. All right, well that's a fucking fact. All right, that's a fucking fact. And then the fact of the matter of the fact is that a lot of us, especially guys who are just like, you know, after like you're 40 and then sort of, you sort of kind of give up, you know. I'm not saying you give up on your life, but what I'm saying is that, it's just like, yeah, you had girlfriends and this and that, right? And then you realize, fuck it, I just don't have the fucking energy. I don't feel like, especially if you're single, if you're a guy and single in Northeast, oh, it's a fucking disaster. The dating scene up here, oh my fucking God. Good luck with you all out there, huh? All you single people out there. I'm not saying that women have easy, but they have easier. Okay? They have easier than us guys. I'm sorry, but I have said it. I mean, that's the fucking fact. What do you want me to say, huh? I'm not bashing on women that they are the ones who are instigators. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that, you know, the dating scene is women's basically this their turf. For all you single people out there, I'm telling you, you got to basically do what the fuck you need to do. You know? And yeah, I'm not saying that, that we suffer, us guys. Yeah, all you women folks out there, you suffer too. I get it, but it's not the same. Good. Um, I didn't want to actually even talk about this whole fucking topic. I don't know why. I guess, out of fucking, what do you call, the obvious, out of the obvious discussion, right? That, yeah, there's a lot of us, and this is our life. We just go to office in the morning or whatever. I mean, at least I work for myself, so I don't have to basically fucking do the fucking 9 to 5, right? 9 to 5, cause that would be a disaster. I'm not an early bird. I don't like to get up early. Okay, because I come home and then I work late, right? I can work until like 11 o'clock, even like sometimes midnight at home, right? Why the fuck do I have to get up at like 7 o'clock in the morning? Plus, I can't sleep early, sir. Man, yeah. My wife says, "Hey, man, try to go to sleep early tonight." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll try, but it's not gonna happen." Yeah, that's the fucking problem. Mm. So, without bashing, the whole fucking society, I'm not bashing the society. I'm just bashing the whole fucking setup the way it is. Unfortunately. Then what the fuck do you do? I mean, you're gonna change the whole society, sir, for the betterment of what? For the betterment of the society? No, I'm not changing anything. Not my fucking problem. But I'm just saying that people shy away from topics like this. You know? Unless you are like some person who really loves to just be by himself or herself, And I'm not saying that you should have like thousand friends and brag about where you are, you post pictures on Instagram. Oh, I was at fucking Peter Luger's with 10 people, friends I have, and like I'm not saying that, you know, but to live a normal life on this fucking planet as a human who was born here, right? What you gotta do? You gotta live a normal life. Means you got to basically interact, socialize with other people, you work, you know, you choose some sort of a hobby. Which choir you're preaching to, sir? I don't know. I'm just fucking preaching myself. All right, I'm not preaching anybody. But to reiterate, no, I'm not reiterating anything. I just said what I needed to say. But that's the fucking fact of life. People who are on the outside look at us Americans, right? Oh, you got everything, man. You can go to a bar, you can go, it's just like no problem. Electricity, yeah, running water. Others, but what do you have? What do y'all have? We have all this. What? The balance of life, sir. Balance of life. See, that's my mantra. Balance of life, which I don't have. Not a lot of people have that. Some people actually are stubborn, and actually they are more successful. People who are stubborn and say, "Fuck this," you know what? I worked and I played golf too much. All right. I spent too much time with my family or friends. All right. That's not good. That's not healthy. All right. So you got to be a little stubborn and say, you know what? I'm just going to have like 2 beers and I'm going to talk to, what's his name? Fucking Tom or whoever the person next to me is, right? For like, I just, we're going to talk about things in life and hey man, how's your life going? How's work, huh? Is everything okay? How's your wife? Huh? So everything excessive obviously is bad, and everything also, like if you're doing the least, you realize what you're missing in your life. What you're missing in your life is you have to dig deeper. I think I at least I'm learning all this shit as I've turned 50, right? To realize that, oh, by the way, you know what, man? If you're getting angry or if you're getting worked up or if you feel like you are depressed, you know, well, think about what is it that's making you depressed or am I turning my podcast into some sort of fucking self-therapy? Maybe I am. What is it? What is it that like makes you depressed, man? What like sometimes, like especially weekends, and then my wife is like, man, you are like MIA all the time. I mean, maybe because I have basically spent my life by myself for too fucking long. And maybe in the back of my mind, I did not accept that lifestyle. Thinking that something will happen, something better will happen, and I'll have some sort of a permanent relationship with someone and this and that, right? And now I'm lucky, of course. You know, I found the most amazing woman on earth, regardless of our differences and our, you know, differences, basically. We have to complement each other. And I love my wife, obviously, and it's not easy. It's not easy, especially for her. Again, I have to repeat myself. She's not home, and I'm just like looking at this fucking planet. Don't I deserve her to be here? Did I do something in my fucking past life so bad that I don't deserve? Yeah. This makes me fucking angry at this fucking whole setup. The whole system that we have, especially with the fucking immigration. You know, because I'm not like, at least I will have a peace of fucking mind, when she's here. I'm sorry. Maybe I sound angry, but it just, it's not fair for both of us. It's not fucking fair for both of us. I mean, I'm not asking anything, anything above and beyond. Hey, can you give us a fucking, like gazillion dollars so we can build a mansion somewhere and then I'm not I'm not asking anything else except can you please send my wife over here? Over here. Yeah. And so that's the